Hi, Mickey Quinn here with Retail Level Up. One of the most powerful tools to help you achieve your goals or form new habits is to track and measure your activities. Many people will set a goal and they'll identify the action steps they need to take, but then the goal setting process, the formal part of it, kind of ends there. Many people overlook or frankly avoid keeping track of the activities that they do that contribute to or don't contribute to them achieving their goal. They rely on the lag indicators or looking at the end results to determine whether or not they achieved their goal. But waiting until the end of the month or the end of the quarter or the end of the year, that's really too late. Those who are most successful at achieving their goals keep track of their daily activities, and they review and measure those activities on a weekly basis. The process of tracking and measuring your activities forces you to be very intentional and to focus on the activities that you're doing, because your activities either contribute to you achieving your goal or they don't. It's so much easier to correct your course if you get off track if you're reviewing it on a daily or weekly basis. But you can't make up for the lost time if you aren't paying attention to those little misses that happen throughout the month or longer. Too many people fail at this because they use the excuse of, oh, I'm not a numbers person, or they think it would be way too tedious and take too much time to track their activities. But that's an excuse. At the most, it takes 10 or 15 minutes to review your week and compare that to the actions you planned on taking. Another excuse is when you've had a bad day or a bad week and you didn't do everything you said you were wanting to do, and so you just stop tracking. And my favorite excuse is the one, oh, that sounds way too structured. I'm much more of a free spirit. That sounds like it would block my creativity. Well, you know the saying by Jim Rohn, if you really want to do something, you'll find a way. If you don't, you'll find an excuse. So you might be feeling a little intrigued by this process. If it's as good as I'm saying that it might be worth taking a look at. Well, it is worth it. The first year I started using this tracking and measuring process, my business had over 2,000% improvement in net income. And the following year, we had over a 200% improvement. It works. Now, some of you may be thinking, well, I make lists. To-do lists are great, but are you measuring yourself? Making progress and keeping track so you have a visual measurement is really satisfying. Personally, I like to write down my action steps that I'm planning on doing for the week and keeping track throughout the week of whether I do them or not. At the end of the week, I give myself a score. Let's say I had a goal to meet with 10 new potential clients and I met with 8. So at the end of the week, I calculate my score. 8, which is the actual number of tasks I did, divided by the total number I had planned, or 10. So 8 divided by 10, 0.8, or 80%. I achieved an 80% execution rate. Now, even achieving a 50% execution rate is good if you were not doing those activities previously. But the question to ask yourself, is a 50% execution rate going to help me actually achieve my goal? The key to this whole process is to keep track, to review, and reflect on your results. If you missed the mark one week, it's time to reflect on, well, what got in your way? What were the obstacles? What can you do in the week coming to avoid those obstacles? And if you hit the mark, it's also the perfect time to review, well, what went well? What worked? How can I set myself up for success and experience that success again in the coming week? And if you really want to see your results take off and you want to achieve your goals even faster, then working with a coach can really help. And that's our tip for this week's Moment with Mickey. Measure your progress. For more tips like this, like us and follow us on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, LinkedIn, and wherever you listen to your favorite podcasts, just search for Retail Level Up. Be sure to visit our website, retaillevelup.com, and sign up to get our email newsletters. We send Monday Motivation and Top Tip Tuesday, because we can all use a little extra motivation right now, and we can certainly use some top tips. Because now, even more than ever, it's time to level up.